start the YouTube archive with a short description. So we've got a couple of combos here. The base combo involves Intruder Alarm. And so it's Intruder Alarm plus Emmara plus Loam Dryad creates infinite mana and infinite 1/1s with lifelink. And then you theoretically have Kessig Malcontents to deal damage. Yisan, the Wandering Bard, gives us something to do when we have infinite mana. So we'll see how it goes. I think there's a very real chance that this deck just has a little bit too low average card quality. Another one of my small concerns is that this is basically a Bant deck that splashed a red and a black card, so I feel like we're probably going to get caught with those cards in our hand uncastable a non-zero amount of times in these games. Loam Dryad helps a little bit, but like we're playing Noble Hierarch because it's just the better mana creature on average, and that card doesn't help cast Viscera Seer or Malcontents. I'm doing well. Had a good weekend. PT was sweet. Watched a bunch of Magic coverage. Watched a bunch of Magic ads on the main Magic channel, but also, you know, some good coverage too. Morning, Aner. This seems fine. How much of the artifact stuff did I watch? Probably 2 or 3 matches worth. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm waiting to get my hands on it. Watching card games that you haven't played is really tough. And the first day of their stream, I watched more on Saturday than Sunday, and the first day of their stream, they weren't particularly new player friendly. I saw a posting that they were trying to make that better for Sunday, but I had a lot of stuff. I had my parents come down and visit yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to watch much content. And I mean, like, the long and short of it is that, like, any card game stream is not particularly new player friendly, but, like, when they, 1, don't have an overlay, and 2, they're casting their thing to people who literally can't have played the game before, they should have gone the extra mile to make their thing new player friendly. Oh, Mothdust Changeling goes infinite with the Intruder Alarm too. That's cute. Alright, I think I'm casting Commune with the gods here. Covern, I don't look at deck lists while I'm streaming. If you're interested in submitting a deck for me to play on stream, please use the form on my website. If you're just interested in getting some feedback on something that you have an idea for, feel free to direct message me here on Twitter or on Discord. I'll take a peek after the stream, ideally, if I have enough time. Totos, I bless the rains down in Huglandia. Thanks for the 8 months. Welcome back. Right, wannabe Beetle? The internet's a wild place. Yeah, I was really hyped for Valve doing a lot of things right, but it seems like they've punted the ball on a lot of things that should be really easy so far early in the artifact process. So my hype levels have gone from absurd to cautiously optimistic regarding artifact, because so far it feels like they've mucked up a good bit. Hey, Orteros, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here with that. I really like Graveyard Marshal in the Green Black Zombies deck Technopunk. It's really good when you're in a matchup where you want to grind a little bit. Well, I'm gonna be here a while, Oats, so I appreciate the support. Let's Intruder Alarm. Thanks for the content. Keep the good times. Mike the Knight, thank you for the 14 months. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Perfect. Well, I mean, if they don't have another Path to Exile, we get to combo them next turn. Or I could just draw that. Have some work to do today, but wanted to stop in and do my 2 months. Thanks for the absurd amount of support you've given, goalie. Hope you have a good Monday. So, if they don't have a path here, we generate infinite 1/1s. Alright, let's get some auto yields in here. Alright, they understand what's going on. We've assembled Voltron and bested our opponent who did not have any spells, any lands. This is probably okay in this matchup, right? Creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless they pay 1 for each. This is not a Tireless Tracker matchup. None of these other cards look particularly good. That was match 1, game 1. So slow and steady. Talking about Artifact, though, I am excited that Artifact is going to have a native Linux client. That's one awesome thing Valve does. Valve is big on cross-platform support. So Artifact will be releasing native on OS X and Linux when it hits Windows as well. Bad beats for the opponent this match. They've just mulliganed to 5. Maybe they'll have a good 5 and run us over. Our hand needs some more colors of mana, but yeah. Artifact is dropping their closed beta NDA on the 17th, so 5 days from now, people already in the Artifact beta will be able to stream, and then on the 19th, it goes into a little bit more expanded beta state where people who have beta keys from PAX and TI will be able to play as well. And then the game is supposed to release on November 29th. I have procured a PAX beta key, so I'll be able to do that on the 19th. Artifact's going to have really good software. It's going to be interesting to see if the actual gameplay is good, and past the gameplay is not just the gameplay good, but past the gameplay is the secondary market going to become a nightmare on their game, if they're going to be able to contain the finance nonsense. And you convinced me that the top standard decks are nothing but Boros aggro, so I spent money buying Bant defenders to get ahead of the metagame. What's going on, G-Man? Happy 7 months. Please never stop Modern and honesty about the format. That's what we're here for. As long as Modern has some good games in it, we'll be here. We'll be here jamming those good games. A command for my thoughts on the PC is a good idea. Sure. I mean, I don't know that you could classify, like, what Diva and I did as a back and forth there as a fight. She just kind of sounds like someone who has had, like, who like went into Modern with this idea that they could do whatever they want. And then when they discovered they couldn't do whatever they wanted, they got kind of upset. Which is understandable. A lot of people try to sell Modern for something that it isn't, in my opinion. $22 and $23 land. People hate casting their spells, Detroit, and I don't know why, but they hate casting their spells. I'm gonna snap trade this Fauna Shaman for their Emmara here. Getting close to 2 years of my horsey Indicium. Thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. Apparently our opponents never played with standard legal magic cards. Did we not add a command? Oh. Had a typo. Hey, Captain Obvious. Thank you for the 5-month resub. I appreciate it. Alright, we have a command now. Now there's a command. We did it. Alright, so what are we doing here? I think I'm just playing Polukranos. It's like, here's my 5/5. Enjoy. Let's not speak negatively about other content creators. I'm going to start timing people out that do that in chat. If you don't enjoy someone else's content, don't watch them. Just close their channel and move on to one of the dozens of other Twitch channels here. Like mine. Come watch my channel. But no need to come into my chat and talk negatively about other people. Not everybody's going to appeal to everyone, or even to most people, so that's okay. All right, have a ban in my channel. I was gonna give you 30 seconds, but then you can get banned. You wanna tell me that something I did makes me look negative and then not tell me why? Fuck off. Full Metal Adept, thanks for the tier 3 resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. 17 months went by quickly. We get another copy of Green Black Elves in the queue, definitely. Elves is great. I'm gonna be putting some tier 3 for Green Black Elves. I'm gonna be putting some of my bonus points there as we get close to the Invitational. I think I'm just creating a monster, right? So the problem with creating a monster is if they have an instant speed spirit, I can't eat these. Am I just supposed to like push through for the combo? I really can't combo through these Mausoleum Wanderers though. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here and then upkeep Poly K Monster. The Invitational is a little under a month from now. So this weekend is Grand Prix Milwaukee, which I'm going to, and then the Invitational is the first weekend of December. Yeah. Relevant clips are always welcome. Alright, that game's over. Tough match for our opponent. They mulliganed and kept a one-lander in game 1 that didn't work out, and they mulliganed to 5 in this one. I guess they have a collected company we can get back into this, but that's fine. Alright, they have a company. This is a good company. We could maybe die. It's a pretty good one. No, I wasn't able to find a copy of the Sultai deck, and I'm not even sure that I'd rather play that over Pirates, so I'm gonna play Pirates at the Grand Prix. We can combo next untap. I think so. Yeah, we can combo next turn. Maybe not because this is a Wargate. I think if this was a Chord of Calling, we would have them dead here, but because this isn't a Chord of Calling, we don't, I believe. Maybe it's I need to draw a land. Yeah, I think the one Wargate's probably too cute in this deck. I need to search a 2-drop and search a 1-drop. But even that's not good enough, right? Because that only makes infinite 1/1s. It doesn't actually kill them or stop us from dying. Oh wait, I can Fauna Shaman. So I can Fauna Shaman. And then this gets me Emmara. And then Emmara does this. Yeah, I think I'm dead regardless, right? Took me a second to realize this is a cube. Yeah, I've already monstered the Polukranos. And the Loam Dryad can't make mana with Summoning Sickness, right? Yeah, so I can make infinite 1/1s with Lifelink here. Which, and this is a good, I feel like this game's like a phenomenal example of why this deck's probably just hot garbage. Like, we've assembled our 3-card infinite combo and like managed to not win the game with it. And like, again, it's worth noting here that if... Oh, you know what? I punted. I think... No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so if this had been Chord of Calling, we'd have won here. Because we'd chord for Mothdust Changeling. and then make infinite 1/1s, and then these would all be untapped, and then we Chord for Malcontents. But because the creator of this deck put a Wargate in here over the 4th Chord of Calling, we actually can't do that this turn, so we're dead. Sorry, opponent. That was a good fight from the opponent. They're humans, aren't they? It's not a... Wait, it's not a human? Alright, we're not going to play a lot of games with this deck. Becomes a 1/1 white. They literally aren't humans. Why is this card in my deck? Why is a Malcontent splashed into my deck? Alright, I'm gonna give it 2 matches, then we're gonna move on with our lives. Civilized Scholar did bump this deck, believe it or not, but this was not their submission. What's going on, Scholar? Good morning. So let's look at blue mana. So I'm going to go ahead and play Intruder Alarm here, because this way I can now Chord at instant speed and make infinite 1/1s. They can't even Spell Queller this, right? But I can't attack with them this turn anyways. Like, there's no reason to not wait. Yeah, Porphyros would be an okay card that would kill them. So, this is our 3-card combo. It kind of came together. So, Porphyros is tutorable. Porphyros is tutorable via Chord of Calling, is why you would play Porphyros. So they're not about to kill me on their untap. Unfortunately, this is a combo that's like not deterministic, so I need to just make like 30 soldiers here. think the Mono Red Flamekill deck is fine. I think it's worse than traditional Burn, but if you're working on a budget, it's competitive enough. You're gonna win plenty of games with something just like a powerful proactive strategy in Modern. It's better than some of the decks that people put money into in Modern. Why don't the soldiers stack? We'll never know. We'll never know. I don't actually know how many we're at here at this point. You like how we took 2 minutes to go through figuring out we couldn't combo last game, and like I've been sitting here comboing for a minute this game and I'm still up 30 seconds on clock? I didn't consider anything for this deck. Are you at 20 plays? See, the thing is, because they don't have haste, I need to make a bunch of them in advance, so that way if they... Why aren't they stacking? Usually they stack at some point, right? Is it because they have the doesn't untap text on them? But the Loam Dryads are stacked, right? So that can't be it. Why aren't they stacked? Usually it like doesn't stack them to start and then it like stacks them eventually. Is that loud magic guy the only thing you watch? God bless us. Man, I can't wait to play this game on my cell phone. Who's excited? I'm gonna keep making tokens until we hit 12 minutes or until they stack, whichever comes first. You like how it just like keeps making my opponent's board smaller and smaller? I wonder how small we can make the opponent's board. Oh, they should merge when they no longer have summoning sickness. Yeah, we're definitely gonna tweet him. No, stop it. Stop it, come back. All right, can I close that? Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to play this game on my cell phone. How are you doing, folks? Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's having a great day wherever you're at in the world. Hanging out, playing some Modern Magic the Gathering here. This deck's got some weird card choices here. Didn't even let us get to the token cap. Yep. But we could have Malcontents them for one. That's a very good point. How did I approve this? So, Jeff of 6 weeks ago when this deck was approved was rejecting things less aggressively. Jeff of the past 2 weeks has been rejecting $30, $40, $50 donation decks that look like this. There's still some stinkers. Yep, deck submissions go through my website. There's a link to a Google form there. So I mean, like, this deck's fine when like our opponent just like doesn't do anything and dies. So we beat the goldfish. It's basically what happened in the 2 games we won that match, right? They just like didn't do anything and they died. Do rejected decks pool into dealer's choice? No. When I spend dealer's choice points, they're on decks that I really want to play. This month is the juice cleanse of Hoagland. It really is, Wannabe Beetle. Yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays are all Modern on Magic Online. The rules on my website, Brad, explicitly state don't send me money until I tell you it's okay to send your deck in. occasionally I have people that send me money before they send their deck in. And if they ask me to, I send their money back if I tell them no. But a lot of the times when people send in money without approving, usually they just like submit something more reasonable or bump something else. But I have sent people's money back who can't read. Today, Brandon doesn't care. That sounds, yes, exactly. Jeff from 6 weeks ago is fully to blame for what you're currently seeing. I live by a really easy customer service rule. Just don't piss off the people that want to give you money. Because, like, if someone wanted to give me money for one thing and, like, that thing isn't good enough, there's a good chance, like, they're probably going to want to give me money for something else in the future. So, like, sending their money back for when they get a better idea is, like, worthwhile to me. We're goldfishing, I feel, far more consistently than I was expecting to. Just popping in to give you my Amazon fund money. Looking forward to turning in my practice sword next month. Gator, thanks for the 11 months. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Is there a reason Meme Kim doesn't have a link in the queue? Yeah, because I don't have a deck list for it, Marty. I have to, like, dig in and find what the last one we played was and if I want to change it or not. I've not responded to decks that were submitted over the weekend yet. What was the last time I responded to decks? I don't check every day. Usually it's like every 2 to 3 days. Yeah, the 9th was the last time I looked at deck lists. Man, they don't have a path to exile, they're dead. Can you DM it to me, Marty? Actually, again, they're just not even dead, right? Like, we make infinite 1/1s and then our 3-card combo isn't good enough to actually win the game. So, like, we've comboed with our awkward 3-card combo and then, alright, we're gonna finish this match and then we're gonna be done. Yeah, we're just dead in the air. Sorry, in the interest of customer service and meeting what's written on my website, I'm gonna finish the second match here, win or lose. But win or lose, we're gonna be done after this one. This deck's got a lot of awkwardness in it. What's the next one? Next one's Grixis Dragons or Red Black Splash Bolas Dragons. I'm excited for that one. We played that one a couple times before, and it felt like it had something cohesive going on. Should have been Looter Scooters. Looter Scooters, really interesting. Yeah, I think there's a few different ways that you could build this deck better, and we can talk about some of them when we wrap up. Now, I think just like, and this deck, you just like probably just shouldn't be playing this, like what this combo is doing. Like, if your 3-card combo in Modern isn't good enough to win the game, adding a 4th card to make it win the game isn't good enough. Like, that's just nonsense. Like, 3-card combo that loses to Lightning Bolt, already borderline unplayable. 4-card combo that loses to Lightning Bolt, get out of here, stop it. In order for 3 and 4-card combos to be worth playing in Modern, the individual cards that are involved in those combos need to be quality playable Magic cards. And Loam Dryad, Intruder Alarm, Emmara, these really aren't Modern playable Magic cards. I realize this hand needs a second land. However, this hand is very good with the second land, so I'm going to keep it. Good morning, Nivik. Yeah, exactly. Like, when you get this many moving pieces going on, it's like, well, we might as well just, like, get even more wacky than what this is, right? That Hogland wants to ban everything. Yeah, that's true too. There's going to be matchup for Intruder Alarm does more for them than it does for us. Didn't attack there for this reason exactly. Didn't want to get eaten by a 2/2. It's not about no fun. It's about... Actually, it's about the inverse of that. It's about that getting beat up because your deck is just full of bad cards isn't fun. So for the sake of fun, we limit what we have going on here. Yeah, we're just gonna die in the air, right? And again, like, I could play the Emmara here, and then, like, even if they don't kill me in the air, I combo next turn, but then don't actually kill them with my combo. Yeah. Yeah, this was a hot mess. We have a 3-card combo that doesn't win the game on the spot, and is riddled with individually weak cards, which is just a recipe for disaster. Kessig Malcontents is in here for no reason. These tokens aren't humans, they're soldiers. The Wargate over the 4th Chord of Calling directly cost us one of the games that we played. That's too cute. Randomly jamming a second 3-card combo in here that has no synergy with the rest of what we're doing seems kind of like nonsense. So, yeah. Someone mentioned potentially playing Looter Scooter. That actually seems like kind of a neat idea, because like Looter Scooter plus Emmara is kind of decent on their own, even without the Intruder Alarm, so that could be funny. So, I think if you wanted to try and play a 3-card combo deck like this, what you need to work on doing is increasing the average card quality in the deck, so that way when you don't have your 3-card combo, or when you do have your 3-card combo and it gets disrupted, you're not just dead to rights. You're not just left with Loam Dryads and Fauna Shamans in play. Alright, let's move on to something a little bit more cohesive here.